What's up? Welcome back to the Tactical Studio, and today we'll be going over some SOG knives. Now, these knives were sent out to me by SOG on request by, of course, me. And you know what? SOG was graceful enough to send these knives out to me. And also too, I'm going to use these knives to try to get through one of our level 3 A+ vests, our Safe Life Defense vest. Now, back when I was in Las Vegas in July, we went out to the desert and we tried to destroy one of our level 3 A+ vests. Now, I used ice picks, I used big long knives, straight blades, a 5-pound, perfectly balanced 5-pound pickaxe, and I could not get through that freaking vest. So I reached out to SOG and said, hey SOG, you know what? I want to recreate that video, and do you have any knives that you think that possibly might get through them? I mean, you guys are the best. They're the best knives in the business. So if any knives out there that could potentially get through our level 3 A+ vest, I wanted to try them because I want to do everything I can to make sure that Safe Life Defense, we are putting out the best products, and we're using the best products out there to get through our stuff. We're not using crappy knives. We're using stuff that's practical, the stuff that you'll potentially see out on the streets. So SOG, gratefully enough, they sent me some knives. So let's take a look at them real fast. So the first knife they sent me is their Pentagon. Now this knife is a very, very sharp knife. I mean, it just feels really good in your hands. Now, what they did with their new knives they came out with a 2-locking system. So now the knives are locked all the time while they're closed. Now it takes a little bit of retraining your hand and your mind and use your body mechanics. Use it because you're probably like me. You're used to the spring-loaded knife, and this is a knife I've been carrying probably for the last 3-4 years. So it would open up for me just by using my index finger. Just pops right open because it's spring-loaded. Now with their new knives, because it's locks all the time, so what you have to do is you have to push down on the release and then use your finger here. So that's how it works. So you have to use your wrist to slap it open. So you're going to push down on the release, which is ambidextrous on both sides. Then you have your clip, which is also is ambidextrous. You can move it on this side as well. So you're going to pull down on the release, use your index finger or whatever you want to use, and just flap it open. And it's very smooth. You can see when I release it, it actually comes down almost by itself. So you're just going to release the release and then use your index finger to open it up. And very nice. So this is their Pentagon knife. This is one of their upgraded knives. I believe this knife just hit the market. It looks like it's a dual blade knife, but it's actually not two-sided. It's actually only sharp on one side. They call this a spear on those spear knife or spear blade. All right, and this side over here is not sharp. It's just sharp on this side. So you're looking at for striking wise, you're not going to get any cuts on this side, but the blade is on this side. Very nice, very practical knife. I like it that it doesn't open up because I've had these knives which I've carried in the past where they open up on my in my pocket, and it does not feel good. I tell you what. And I know you guys, if you guys carry knives on a daily, I mean, there's been times where these knives probably open up on you. Those knives probably open up on you. So, getting back to the Pentagon. Very nice, very smooth knife. Has the grooves, has a clip, spear blade, only one-sided. Just a very, very nice blade. The other one they sent me is the Vision XR. Now, the Vision XR, I believe, is an upgrade to this. This one right here is called the Tonto. I don't know what this one is. It's almost the same exact knife. It's just that it has almost like a pattern on it on the blade. This one is it looks like it's almost almost the same knife. Just has a pattern, a little bit different tip on the front, same serrations on the bottom and stuff. So I would say this knife, this new Vision XR, is probably upgraded to this knife. It still has that locking system, so it's locked at all times. You pull it down. It actually feels like the locking system when it's open, it just feels like it's more sturdy. Like you could actually, I know there's been times where I've stabbed something with this knife, very, very hard, and it felt like the blade was just gonna pop it up on me. And not saying that it will, I'm just saying it just felt like it because it is a very sturdy knife. But if you hit something with this really, really hard, there is a possibility, a chance of this thing just pop it out of straight and actually close on your hands. Now this one, it just feels like they upgraded that. It just feels much more sturdy. Like you could actually, with confidence, just stabbing down on something and you know that you don't have to worry or in fear or just that in your mind worried about this blade closing on you. So looking at the upgraded, I mean, you could see it is a little more beefier. As well, it feels like a little bit different, more material, maybe because it's new. It doesn't have it where you, looks like the clip too is a little bit smaller and a little bit further down on the end. So it's probably going to sit down. It's going to sit down a little bit higher, so it's probably sticking out a little bit more. Where this one is going to be more flush. So maybe this is going to be a lot better for grabbing. I haven't really carried this knife much. Like I said, I just got these knives and I just want to get the review out and just show you guys the difference. So looking at it, I mean, this is the upgraded Vision and this is the older one I've been carrying. I don't even know what the name is anymore. I think they're called the Tontos. It has the groove on the bottom to grab, which is very nice as well. You can see the groove there. And the blade, the clip, you can move it to the other side. So those are the two knives that they sent me, the two flip knives, the Pentagon and the Vision XR. Very nice blades. You know, and these are going to be my new EDC blades all the time. Also, too, is while I'm working, I'm going to be carrying these blades. These things are getting retired or going to be given to somebody. Now, one of the other knives they sent me. Now they probably watched my video, or maybe when I told them about it, that I used a 5-pound perfectly balanced pickaxe. Yep, a 5-pound perfectly balanced pickaxe I use against one of our safe light defense. Now you probably have a better chance of surviving the pickaxe. Well, you are going to have a greater chance of surviving the pickaxe because the pickaxe didn't go through. But the blunt force trauma from the pickaxe would probably kill you. But here's the best part to it. All right, that at least if you got hit with a pickaxe, yeah, you'd probably be killed, but at least you wouldn't have any stitches in you. Is that a plus? I don't know. But bottom line is the 5-pound pickaxe was stopped by the Safe Light Defense level 3 A+, which I was very impressed. It was very sharp. I actually sharpened it before we got there, and just, I mean, the amount of pressure coming down on that vest and for that pickaxe knocked through was very impressive. So what SOG sent me was, they sent me one of their machetes. And this one's actually called the Tonto. It's a 10-inch blade, and this thing is very sharp. Now, if you watch my video, I was coming down on it very, very hard. And the knife that I was using was actually a SOG knife as well. It was a straight blade knife. I believe it was like a 9-inch straight blade. Or no, maybe a smaller 8-inch straight blade. Now this thing is very, very sharp. Now this thing is probably going to be just as sharp as one of the ice picks that I use, you know, but just I'm gonna be able to get a lot more pressure down on it. So I mean, this thing will probably give the Safe Light Defense level 3 A+ vest a run for its money. But do I think it's gonna get through? I'll get some good slashes on it. I'm gonna get some good cuts, but for this thing to get through, I doubt it. But SOG sent me it, and I guess they think that it's going to give one of our vests a run for its money. But those are the 3 knives that they sent me. Well, they actually sent me 4 knives. I'm going to show you the other knife what I actually put on my vest. Now, I've been researching for a while what type of knife to put on my vest, just where to put it, placement-wise. I always knew, I've always been a person or advocate of carrying a knife on my persons at all times. Either one knife, 2 knives, even when I'm off. I always carry EDC knife all the time. I always have a knife. My knife, my wallet, and my gun is always on me. But on my vest, I was really hesitant to put one on my vest. So I did a lot of research, and I reached out to SOG and I said, hey, how is that Seal Pup knife? So when they sent me these knives, they actually sent me one of their Seal Pup knives. Now this is a very nice knife. I believe it's a 7 or 8 inch blade. It's straight on the bottom, very sturdy. Very sturdy knife. It comes with a very nice sheath with the molly. You can mount it to your molly. Now the reason I place my knife in this area is I wanted to make it as discreet as possible on my vest. I really didn't want a knife on my carrier where it's just standing out, where it's just like when I'm talking to someone or you're dealing with somebody, you really don't want that knife just like it's something where they just eyeball, they just go right to it. You want it in a place, so I tried to hide it as much as possible. I put it behind my med pouch, so as least discreetly as possible. And also too is when this thing is on me, because it curves in my body, it's going to be hidden a little bit under my arms, so it's not going to be out there as much, you know, but it will be in a spot, you know, where they can partially see it. But it's in a spot that I feel safe enough to put it on my vest, where I feel if they try to come at it, I can deflect them quick enough, you know, and push them off. So it's not going to be a spot where it's here, where they grab it and they get to it before I am. I feel that in this spot right here, from having it on my vest and just training with it a little bit and just doing some ground and pound movements with it, I feel that I'm able to, you know, deflect any bad guys from trying to grab my knife. And that's something you have to think about when you place a knife on your vest. You just don't want to place it and forget about it. You want to make sure, because this knife can be used against you just as much as you use it against somebody else, or just in general. So that is something you always has to be on your mind. So when you're training with your vest on, make sure you deploy your knife, or just when you're, you know, before you head out, you know, pull your knife out, you know, a couple times, just to make, you know, just muscle memory that your knife is there. Hey, do it with both hands. Just the same thing with your pocket knives. You know, just, you know, if you're gonna have it on your weak hand side, your strong hand side, either way, just pull it out and deploy it. Just constantly do it. You know, just for muscle memory, because there's gonna be a time where you're not gonna have that mind. Your mindset's not gonna be there, and you're not gonna be like, oh man, you know what? My knife is there. It's gonna. You just want it to have a reaction where, you know what? It's just instant. You know, your mind thinks, hey, you know what? I need a knife. Boom, you're already to it. You don't have to worry about where it's at. There's a lot of guys like, oh, I think I have my knife on me. Oh, wait a minute, it's here. Man, you do or you don't. That's the bottom line. And you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that person who says, well, hold on. Oh, here it is. It's in his pocket. No, because now what if you really needed that knife? What if your partner needed that knife? What if someone's life was at risk and you're over here looking for your knife? Well, it's something you should always have on your mind. So, if you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe, like, thumbs up this video. Also, post below down some comments, something you guys want me to review, and also stay tuned, because I'm gonna be using these knives that SOG sent to me to put to the test on our Safe Life Defense Level 3A vest. So stay tuned. God bless, and have an amazing freaking day.